This is why I got into tiny houses. You don't need 2,000 square feet or $1 million to live what people call the dream. For a long time, we've been sold this idea that success looks like bigger houses, bigger bills, bigger stress. But the truth is, space doesn't create happiness, peace does. A tiny house flips that whole mindset. It strips life down to what really matters. When you step into a compact space, you're not just entering a smaller home, you're entering a more intentional way of living. Every corner has purpose. Every item has meaning. There's no room for excess, no space for things that don't serve you. And that's where the beauty is. Because when you remove the clutter, you start to see clearly. You begin to focus less on material things and more on experiences, relationships, and growth. You realize that it's not about how much you own, but how well you live. For a small family that understands this, a tiny house is more than enough. In fact, it can be better. It brings people closer, literally and emotionally. You talk more, you share more, you live together, not just in the same building. And let's talk about freedom. A smaller home means lower cost, lower rent or mortgage, less money spent on electricity, maintenance, and unnecessary upgrades. That financial freedom gives you options. You can invest in your business, travel, learn new skills, or simply live without the constant pressure of bills hanging over your head. Especially in a place like where we are, where things are already tough, imagine building something affordable, sustainable, and smart. That's not just a house, that's a strategy for a better life. Tiny houses also teach discipline. You become more organized, more mindful, more creative with space. You start to appreciate simplicity. And funny enough, the less you have, the richer life begins to feel. Because material things don't fill your life, they fill your space. But purpose, love, peace of mind, those are the things that truly fill your life. So yeah, this is why I chose tiny houses. Not because they are small, but because they represent something big. Freedom, clarity, and a different kind of success. And honestly, sometimes less really is more.